All right, y'all. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? You must can hear me. Let me check my headphones. Testing, testing. Oh, okay, good. Uh, man, it's been a rough day. Um, but I got some stuff that I want y'all to hear, man, because I've been hearing this after communitah for too long, man, and it's hard for me to just. Usually, I just let it go. I don't say anything about it. And but I see that they're spreading this misunderstandings about people who are trying to be in the black community. I see that they're spreading this misunderstandings. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and break down these people that are saying after community, because that is a inside joke about black people saying F the black community. Um, Okay, so let me share my screen with you guys. And for those of you guys that just popped in, thank you for popping in. Um, let's see. Let me see. Oh, I want to share my screen because we're gonna watch some videos, man. We're gonna watch some videos and see what the F is going on around here, man. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the first one. Here's the first one we're gonna share. Yeah, let's do this one.
Yeah, I'm now a spiritual advisor for the black community. I don't give a fuck about the black community. I'm a spiritual advisor for the human community. Yeah, man. My ex is
Okay, so you can't be a spiritual advisor for the human community and the black community. What does that got to do with us in the black community? I mean, why f us, right? What why you know what I mean? But you know what I mean. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to where we was at. Okay.
yeah, I'm now a spiritual advisor for the black community. I don't give a fuck about the black community. I'm a spiritual advisor for the human community.
So I guess we're not humans,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Okay.
My ex is white.
Okay, so if your
He's
ex
single,
is
so let
white,
me.
wait a minute. If your ex is white, what does that got to do with us trying to help the people in the worst shape possible? When doctors go into an ER room, they don't say everybody come this way. They go get the people in the worst shape first. They go help the people in the worst shape first. They don't say, "Hey, you with the headache, come over here." They go get the person that's having a heart attack. They bring that person up first, and then they go down they prioritize people by the degree of their situation. That's all we saying in the black community. Yeah. Now there are some of us that's saying, you know, uh, you know, the black only. But excuse me, most of us are not saying that. Most of us are just saying, hey, the last should come first. We should come first when it comes to rectifying situations. We should come first. That's all we saying, bro. You can have your white girlfriend. Nobody's saying you can't. But when it comes to rectifying a bad situation that this country started, then yes, we should be the first in line. All right? That's all we saying. But let's go. It gets better.
Been posting videos on YouTube for the past 2 months. I don't know what the fuck happened. She got back in contact with me yesterday. I only found out like 2 o'clock this morning. So
Good for you, bro.
yeah. Anyway, now I got that out the way. That's one of the reasons why I've always been interested in the black conscious community in America, because they just seem to keep making the same mistakes people like Adolf Hitler make. You want uplift?
So now you just compared the conscious community to Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler killed millions and millions of Jews. just on the basis of their religious belief. When, where, what black conscious community person has killed millions of Jews? Okay, let me break it down. Thousands of Jews. Okay, let me break it down. Hundreds of Jews. Okay, let me break it down. Tens of Jews. Let me break it down. One Jew, just because he was a Jew. How many have done that? I would say it should be, it's probably a minuscule idea, and you're not going to get, like Adolf Hitler, a whole country to back you on doing something like that. All black people are not going to do something like that. Our hearts are just not like that. But see, the misunderstanding and misinformation is coming out here, and dudes like this, man, where I don't know what their actual benefit is for doing that, but I guess it makes them look good to white people. I guess they can go, see, I hate them just like you. I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never been on that side of the street. But I don't have nothing against nobody white. I'm just saying we got to do things in the right order. And so if black people are the worst condition, then that's the people you got to, and we need the most help, then the help should be coming to us first. You give $6 billion to Afghan refugees and no assistance for black people. I mean, black people. Asians got billed for just Asians. Refugees get billed for just refugees. LBGT get billed for just LBGT. Black people don't get ish except slogans. That's what you get, slogans. And you don't get nowhere. Anyway, let's finish this up.
People, but you want to segregate and divide the people that you want to uplift. Shit ain't gonna work, man. It's like saying you want to do shit for men, fuck women. It's wrong.
Okay, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I'm thinking, you know, this guy is obviously trying to, I wouldn't say pander, but maybe he is trying to pander. I don't know, but I don't agree with that. I think you can do both. You can be for your people. White people are for their people. White people are for their people. And if they got some extra time or money left over, they help other communities. But they for their people first. They in their businesses first. They'll shop with their own businesses first. Then if they can't find what they're looking for within their own community, then they'll go out. They're about supporting their own community. And then they'll support their own country, right? They'll buy from America first. But if they got to go out, if they can't find what they're looking for with a reasonable price, they'll go out. But they'll always check within their community first. What's wrong with that? When black people do that, we racist. How are we racist? We don't got hardly nothing to do nothing with. But when we push a program like they push, we push a program similar to what they push, now we racist. They're patriotic. We're racist. When they do stuff to promote themselves and their country, they're patriots. When we do stuff to promote ourselves and our culture, we're racist. I want you to think about that for just a minute. Think about that for just a minute. And don't let yourself be fooled. Don't let yourself be dragged down the mental rabbit hole that they will drag you down to. They drag you down this rabbit hole and they play these little mind games with you. Oh, well, you are racist because you thinking black people first. But white people think white people first. And then, I mean, two things can exist at the same time. White people think white people first. And then after, if they have something left over that they can give away, then they think about other communities. But they don't think about nobody first. They think about themselves first. But that's patriotic. They're patriotic when they do that. When we think about ourselves first, we're racist. I don't get it, and nobody can. Well, anybody, if they want, if you listening to this, you looking at this, and you want to come on and break this down, I'll put out the link, and you can break it down to me. But I don't see it. But there's a few more people out here. Let me see here. There's a few more people out here that are telling the same thing. And we saying, F the black community. Why F the black community? Is it a problem that we are looking out for our own people? Is it a problem? What's the problem? Why can't we look out for our own people and get our people in a better situation? Why can't we? What's the problem? If you have a problem, there's somebody who I really want to hear to, not him. Oh man, there's somebody I really want us to listen to. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it like this, man. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it this way, brother. Because I really want to get into it today. Let's see. Screen share. Remove this one. Let's say this one. Oh yeah, don't go away. Don't go away because I'm about to really get into it now. Let's see. Let's see. Share screen. Yes. Yes. Let's see. Are you gonna let me share my screen? Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's hear what Coach Greg Adams has to say about the communitah.
And the free agent lifestyle. The links are in the description box below. Let's get right into this question. And this question is from RK. And he asks, for the record, I am black. And he says, can you offer some clarity? I've been hearing a lot of chatter from black women specifically saying that they are not protected or they are the most unprotected. Am I supposed to protect random black women that I don't know? What does that mean? Is this just more black victimization? Oh my goodness. You hit him over the head with that question. And let me tell you something. A lot of black people unfairly put any man, and I'm going to just say me for this particular purpose, any man that is of black race, black descendant, African American descendants, most times if they are able to gather an audience around, all right, on any particular subject, for some reason, it is seen by some black people as now I'm supposed to take the mantle, take the altar, and defend the black people and all of these things like that. Doesn't matter what industry that person is.
No, bro, you don't have to defend us. You just don't have to ish on us. You don't have to take a dump on us. Don't defend us. We don't care if you don't defend us, but you don't have to take a dump on us, especially if you ain't doing nothing to help. You know what I'm saying? That's like the bridge gets burned down, the bridge that allows us from our land to go into the common land and hunt and fish and whatever. That bridge gets burnt down by our enemies. And here we are trying to rebuild this bridge back so we can get back to the way we used to live. And you gonna come by and kick us every time we build. Everybody's that's working on that bridge, you come by kicking us. Hey man, if you're gonna come by, don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. That's better than you coming by talking about us. But anyway, let's get into it.
All right, you see athletes fall into this. You're supposed to do this for the communitah, all right, or you ain't black. And they start inserting all of this same shaming language. Musicians fall into it. Actors fall into it. I've seen people who make channels about technology. And because that person's black, they're supposed to speak on black issues. All right, listen, that is so unfair. And here's the funny part about it. When you talk about this, and my channel is not a racial issues channel. It is not even centered around.
That's why I'm saying. That's why do you even talk about racial issues? Which you do. You just said your channel is not about that, but you do it. You know, I've heard you say many times, F the communitah. I've heard you say it many times. I let it go for a lot of times, but I got pushed off today because I heard it the last time I heard it, and I'm just like, that's it. I got to say something about it. So not only you, I don't mean to, I don't mean to put you out there, Greg Adams, by yourself. I mean, you definitely are not the person. Tommy Sotomayor and others are similar to your perspective, but I've heard you the one I heard say lately, and I agree with you on some things. I agree with Tommy on some things, But this right here, you guys need to leave this one alone. If your channel's not about black people and about the black issues and about how things are and offering solutions, then what are you doing? Why are you even talking about it? You offer white guys solutions to their divorce problems. I don't understand. I don't know. Let's continue, y'all, because I'm confused, man. This guy's got me confused.
We talking about relationships here, and I'm talking about relationships of all kind. But for some reason, when I talk about women, they cheer me on. Yeah, right on. You get them. But then when I say, oh, the communitah and black men and black women, oh, wait, no, I don't agree with that now. No, I don't know. Oh, and you start inserting all this shaming language as if it was a woman, right?
Nah, man, you always saying stuff like F the communitah. That's where that got started from you, actually from South Park, but you picked it up and put it on the internet. So if you're not going, if you against us, cool. If you ain't talking about us, cool. But don't step on us, bro. We trying to build this. Some of us are trying to build this bridge. And if you not with it, cool. You ain't got to be with it. But you ain't got to come and kick us, because we ain't coming over there kicking you because you over there telling white boys how to live. You are explaining to them how to live without responsibility without sex. We ain't over here jumping on you for that, right? You're indulging and promoting what white culture has for thousands of years tried to find ways to have sex without the responsibility inherent responsibility that goes with it. You pushing that. So, but ain't nobody over here stepping on you for that, bro. I don't say nothing. I let you go and do your thing. So why you coming on this side talking about the communitah? Stop talking about the communitah if you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna pick up a shovel, man. Kick rocks. That's cool. You ain't got to be down with us. Just kick rocks. Stay in your lane. Telling people how to have sex, have free sex and no responsibility. Cool. Keep teaching that. Don't come this way talking about us because we still trying to figure it out. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm gonna put the link out there. Hold on. Let's see what he got to say.
The same one that says you're just bitter and hurt from the women's side. All right, that shaming language that we hear. Now on this side, it's you're a sellout in Uncle Tom. Okay, which one is it? You have to decide when you want to be a victim and when you want to be a champion. You want to champion me when I'm talking about these women. Then you want to say, oh, I'm going back to victim and shaming you when you talk about black people. See?
No, you the one that said you the one that said you only talk about relationships. Which one is it? Which one is it? You said you only talk about relationships. Now you're talking about black people. You way out your lane. You way out your lane, man. Stick to the free agent lifestyle, man. Stick to the free agent lifestyle. Promise you, we won't come over there telling you, hey, you know what? This is not what God intended you to be, a person who does not have responsibility, going down, slamming women, and not having the responsibility of doing so, and not having the responsibility to go with it. We're not doing that. You're doing that. You jump right in. So go ahead and do it. But don't shit on us, because we're trying to build this bridge. Some of us are weirdos, and we just love black people that much where we're going to try to help them. God just made our hearts that way. Just like God can make the heart of a man to be a stepfather. That person just comes out of nowhere, bro. You got to understand, we need all of those people. We need all those people. So like I said, if you want to be Mr., sex with no responsibility, then go ahead and teach it. We teaching something else, but that's what you teaching, that's what you teaching. But don't say, oh, well, why y'all mad at me? What? Because you always talking shit. So don't be saying why you mad at me. Of course we mad at you. If you don't like what we doing, cool. You're entitled to your opinion, bro. But don't shit on us. That's a whole nother ball game right there. Anyway, let's move on. Hold on. I got some from the hard driving soldiers here. Brother D, peace and blessings, family. Just coming in. please drop the link if you can, bro. I'm gonna drop it in just a second, brother D. I'm gonna get through this video and then I'm gonna drop it on you, man. Sister G, this is the problem. We're not supposed to be duplicating the Caucasian lifestyle. See, you and your wife get it, dude. You and your wife get it. He sounds like Tommy Sotomayor. Yes, years ago I ran at Tommy, and I realized I'm spinning my wheels talking to this man. This man is not listening to me. He's got his opinion. That's his opinion. That's what he's gonna do. Okay, but the only thing I could do is every now and then all of them just make. There's so many of them now. It just pissed me off. It used to we could just run at Tommy and say that, but now there's so many of them they just piss me off. Anyway, JP in the house. Hey, let's talk the Black Life diehards and chat. Hope your spirit is well. My spirit is well, JP. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, my spirit is well. Now that I know you okay, I'm good. Let's see. My folks are okay. I'm cool. Please tell me you're going to hit on AD. You know what? I will. You know what I'm saying? I can hit on him as far as this situation. Yes, because I don't agree with him on certain things. I do agree with him on mathematically, and then certain things like this, I don't. You know what I mean? And so when I hear him come like this, I have to get at him. If I can get some of his video, if one of y'all gonna come up with a video where he's actually saying stuff, then I haven't actually heard him say anything like that. So that's why I haven't really jumped on him too tough. But if y'all can get some video for him, hey, bring it up and we'll come on. I'm gonna put the link out. I'm gonna finish this video with Coach Greg Adams, and then and I used to be a subscriber of his until I heard him shitting on us, and then I said, no, I got to go. I can't. Good luck to him. I wish him the best, but I can't be supporting a cat that's straight out saying F the community. Anyway, let me finish this up.
Holding people accountable, no matter who they are, you're going to have to be accountable. You're going to have to be responsible. Yes, this channel is centered around the relationship dynamics of men and women, but if I'm going to apply it to black men and women, the same rules are going to be applied.
Cool. Hey, apply the rules. That's cool. Apply the rules, but you don't have to shit on us. That's all we're saying.
Let me tell you, there's no badge of honor that I could wear prouder than to be called an Uncle Tom, because it's the same thing when they say you're a misogynist. I wear that as a badge of honor because I'm hitting them where it hurts. I'm making sure they're accountable and responsible.
This dude is crazy.
By calling me a sellout, that I'm going to all of a sudden change my mind. You see these gray hairs here? I didn't get here this long by shying away from tough subjects and then taking my stance. All right, you're talking to a man that has some years behind his belt or under his belt. So names don't mean anything to me, just the same as if you call me some sort of woman hater or misogynist. I know what it means. It means you're not ready to be accountable for what I'm about to tell you. And what I'm about to tell you related to this question is going to hit you hard as well. Because until the black man gets the black woman under control, and I mean under control, they can forget it. You can forget about the communitah. There's never going to be any unity. It's never going to come together. You guys are going to have to save yourself. And I said this before, and I'll say it again.
Okay. So I'm going to stop right here. Let me put the link out to y'all. I'm going to stop right here. Let's see. Boom. Let me put the link out. Okay. You made a decent point. What's this? He made a decent point. Until black men get the black woman under control, things are not going to be good. He made a decent point. However, what does he mean by save yourself? What does he mean by save yourself? How do I save myself? Oh, you mean save myself by dating other than black women? Exclusively only dating other than black women? Is that what you're telling me? See, I don't know what to save yourself. Now, back in the day, that's what they save yourself meant, where they said, well, quote unquote, divesting, right? You're going to date other than black women exclusively. Well, that is one option, but I say, why not better ourselves? I'm not telling you who to date and who not to date. You should date people that care about you truly. That's who you should date. Their skin color and their skin color shouldn't matter. Only thing that should matter is, are they willing to walk onto your program? Are they willing to come on your program? Do you think you can treat them right? And do you think they're going to treat you right? And are you willing to come on their program? And the biggest part is, can you forgive them if they did something wrong? Can you forgive them? I personally feel like, I let these the communitah dudes get by so much. I don't say nothing to them most of the time. I see you trying to get in there, Brother D. I don't say nothing to them most of the time, right? I let them go and go and go and go and go and go. But today it just stopped me, man. I was like, what? This dude is able to just say whatever? No, man, no. And he's misleading people, thinking that, man, so many of these guys are out here misleading people, saying, hey, if you have one bad experience with a black woman, you should now exclusively only date other than black women. And the whole thing boils down to, they don't know how to find and locate good women, period. So they end up going over to other races of women, have the same situation happen to them over there, because they just don't know how to find good women. And that's the same situation. Brother D, how you doing, man?
My brother, just chiming in, man. Just getting here. Busy day, busy week.
Brother D, your volume is real low, bro.
All
Your
right.
volume is real low. Pick it up just a little bit. Yeah, man. I don't like the. That's better. That's much better. Yeah, I don't like these guys doing this the communitah stuff, and we're going to get to them. I guess we're going to have to do this every week and kind of just find them and kind of just point them out and, show them, hey, what's the dealio? You know what I mean? But what's your take on the communitah, Brother D? What's your take on that, man? You with it?
I'm catching the back end, man. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but in reality, the real brothers is the real brothers. We don't do what we're going to do. We're going to stand where we stand. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do what we have to do. And all them fake ass niggas is fake ass niggas. We know who the fuck they are. Because they going to show themselves.
Okay, Brother D. Let's define fake ass niggas. What is a fake ass nigga? So we can define it, so we can know, okay, this person is in that category and this person is in that category. How do we define that?
I'm gonna give you my definition because I'm from the corner. So I'm from Philadelphia. A fake ass nigga is a motherfucker that talk shit but don't do shit. A real nigga do shit and don't talk shit.
Right.
That's the difference. So it doesn't matter if you're in California, Chicago, Philly, DC, Baltimore. We can move in all these different places, and everybody gonna know we some real niggas.
Right.
If you some bullshit, we check that too. We know who's fucked up and who's not. And
okay, let me
put in the work. You talking? I put work in.
See, and that's the thing, bro. See, a lot of these guys that say this kind of stuff, man, they're hurt, or they've been heartbroken by black women, either their mom or a relationship that they had with a black woman, right? And they don't think about it like this. I picked the wrong black woman. They figure, oh, I picked the wrong color of woman. No, you picked the wrong woman. If you go pick the same type of woman in another race, you're gonna have the same issue. So that's what they do. They go out there, but because they feel like it's worth it to deal with those issues from somebody from another race, then they go out and do that, and then they promote that. And I don't have no problem. First, I'm gonna say this: I don't have no problem if you love who you love. If somebody's willing to take care of you and put up with your bullshit, because we all got bullshit. If somebody's willing to love you and put up with your bullshit, hey, whatever color they are, if they gonna love you through it, hey. But I'm saying to step on us for trying to help our community, that's where I got a problem with people like Greg Anderson and Tommy and all of the rest of them kind of guys that's doing that kind of stuff. What you think about that, Brother D?
I ain't never was down with that because I mean I love my black queens. I got everything in common with a black queen. I mean,
Right.
I'm a king, she's a queen, and we
Right.
gotta stay in concert with each other.
Right.
You can't step outside of that. And I don't think there's anything, and we know the one that's not going to do the right thing. So then we, you know, she's not in her queendom, and he's not in his kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But we know who to deal with. We could tell. Me and my queen, when we walk on the street, we command king and queendom. Nobody has any consequence about that. They understand when I walk in the room, it is what it is.
Right.
They don't even know who the hell I am.
Right.
When I walk in there, that's the king.
Right.
It's not a shitbird. When my
Right.
queen walks in, they know that's queen.
Right.
They address her accordingly.
Right. Right.
You know, there's competition, but as far as this like interracial stuff that they're trying to push, that ain't gonna work.
You know what, bro? I would prefer that we be with each other, but I've seen us make I've seen us trying to be with black women and just not making the right decision. And here comes somebody who, it's just like when they used to say, you don't like, you only like light-skinned women. Back in the day, when they would say, "Oh, you guys just only like light-skinned women."
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I tried to date so many dark-skinned sisters because I love the dark-skinned sisters, but they wouldn't give me no run. Only ones that would give me run was the light-skinned sisters, right?
Okay.
And then when you get with the light-skinned sisters, they say, you shitting on us, the dark-skinned sisters, because you trying to be with a white girl. No, I'm just trying to be with somebody who want to be with me. I don't want to force myself on somebody. I want to be with somebody who wants to be with me.
Right.
And if the other person is willing to be with me and understand my culture and understand that, hey, I'm going to push my culture. You might be of another culture, but my culture, I'm pushing that. So we ain't going to have we're not going to have no misunderstandings in this house. This culture is going to be pushed. Now, if you can't handle that, cool. You got to go do what you got to do. That's why I say it's better probably if you be with somebody of the same culture. But, like I say, sometimes it might not work. There's a rare occasions where it might not work. And so I've seen that happen personally. So that's why I say, okay, I'm not pushing it, but if that's what it's going to take for somebody to be in a good relationship for them, hey, go on and do it. Go on and do it. Just remember, don't forget your people. Don't forget your people. Just because you in this situation, don't forget your people.
I can agree with you in a certain kind of way. Because
tell me your version of it, Brother D. Tell me your
who
version.
You love is who you love. But
right.
Like I said, I've been all over the world, man.
Of course.
And like I always say, women always want the same thing. They need somebody to protect them. They need somebody to cherish them. They need someone to love them genuinely. Okay. And it doesn't matter where you go. They all have the same stuff. But I guess my biggest problem is when I have brothers and sisters that say they're not going to deal with their own people.
That's the issue right there. That's the issue.
I'm not going to find somebody else as though we're not the kings and the queens that created everything that everybody else is dealing with right now.
Right.
So I have a problem with that. But if that's what they want to do, I already told my wife, but we're not going to talk about what's about to happen. So we're not going to talk about it. So I'm a kind of sort of brush across it.
Okay.
Um, but you deal with your black folks. Everybody that look like us ain't black. Everybody that
You know
look
what,
like
bro?
us ain't walking the walk and ain't talking the talk.
You know what,
So
bro? I feel I agree with you, and I feel like this, and I know we all got our stance on different stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you on this. You know what? Hey, just don't throw rocks at us. If you want to go do that, go do it, but don't throw rocks at us because we trying to push getting this thing back together. We trying to put the pants legs back on this elephant. So don't throw rocks at us. It's like the analogy I made of the bridge. We trying to put this bridge together. We had a bridge that we could walk across the bridge from our land to the common land. We could fish and hunt and we could take care of ourselves because we could get to the common land. That bridge was burned down. Now we trying to put the bridge back together and you coming by kicking us off for putting the bridge together. No, 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 no. If you don't got nothing, don't say nothing about us in this bridge. Just leave it alone. You're a dating coach. Just be dating coach. Anyway, let me I got something from JP here. JP, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, even when they speak the language of the kingdom. You're right about that. Right about that, JP. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? It's not. It's like they fell into the trap. The Bible says the devil made evil fair seeming, right? So it looks good. They take like I was telling him, they take the responsibility away from sexual behavior. That's what this all boils down to. And because the uh, Caucasian society has done this for thousands of years, they're able to walk in that line and go ahead and they want to do that as well. And so they have to propagate this hatred for us to be able to walk in line with them. Anyway, JP again, the same people will rest on their blackness when their bluster falls. Yeah, we all know that. We all know that when the just like in jail, when the ish goes down, you know where they're gonna run. But anyway, let's get Brother D, let's get back to listening to a little bit more of the coach, and let's see what he got to say. Let's see here. Yeah.
Save yourself, black men. That's going to be your only alternative, or you can sink or swim. That community is like the Titanic, and it is going down. Start the flukes. All right, get the band going, strike up the band. You can get on the lifeboat, or you can stay in your little room singing nursery rhymes. Whatever you do, if that doesn't happen, the communitah is never going to be in existence in unity. Okay, and sad to say, the communitah has a ability to be a economic power. They have the ability to do so. The only way it's going to happen is when the family unites. And we have this idea now that it is the black woman who is the most unprotected. We have this idea, and this stemmed from the incident of Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, I believe, that when that phrase started coming up, when allegedly he shot at her, okay, but it hasn't, no one's been prosecuted for this particular crime yet. It seems like it's dodgy evidence, but we've come up with this term to make them believe that they're the least unprotected, but they are perhaps the most protected. And one of their people that support them, Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, the people who look like her, she has come out and said that they were the backbone of the community. Now, let me get some clarification here. At one end of the spectrum, you're the backbone of the community. And then on the other hand, you're the most unprotected. Which one is it going to be? Again, just like, oh, we're going to champion you over here, coach, but we're going to take you down over here. But I'm doing the same thing. I'm holding people accountable. But you want to champion me over here, but I'm going to sell out over here. You're the backbone of the community over here, but you're the most unprotected. Which one is it going to be?
Okay, Brother D. Which one is it, brother? Is the black woman the backbone of the black community, or she's the most unprotected? Or what is your perspective on what he just said?
in my opinion, she's both. She's the backbone, but at the same time, she's the most unprotected. And it's what I've been finding is I see a whole lot of cowards out here on these streets that look like you and I.
Right.
And we're men. If something go down in these streets, we're supposed to protect our families. We're supposed to protect our neighborhoods. That's the way it was when I grew up.
Right.
Couldn't come in the hood if
Right.
you wasn't from the hood.
Right.
Going up,
Right.
talking about, yeah, I'm just walking through the block. No, you're gonna get like this. You're
Yeah.
gonna get clapped up. So somehow we lost it. And we're
Let
not
me say this. Hold on, brother D. I'm gonna let you finish. Let me shout out brother Spencer Naylor. Spencer Naylor, we have to acknowledge that women are at their lowest state. Better for a black to be single and careful choosing. Okay, let me catch you up here. You got JP. She's unprotected by choice. These women are saying they don't need a man the same way they say they don't need the community. Whew. Wow, that was right between the eyes, JP. Well, I'm sorry, brother D. Go ahead and finish what you were saying, man. I just want to catch up on those chats.
And I'm just going to chime in on what these two young ladies just said. I understand their understanding. You know what I'm saying? They're not being protected because we got too many damn coward dudes that look like us.
Yeah.
I'm not a damn coward. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I protected people that look like you and I.
Right.
I'm a combat Marine. I'm a
Right.
special operations police officer. I'm always protecting us.
Right.
Right? But I don't think our women feel like they're being protected.
No.
We got too many cowards
Yeah.
out there. And
Now,
I
so
hate
what-
walking the streets and seeing cowards, and I'm running up, jumping up in the middle of 15 dudes doing crazy stuff, and they just standing there looking. Why ain't you in the fight? Back in the day, that's the way it was. We lost.
Hold on, brother D. Hold on. You're right. I'm gonna let you finish. Hold on, man. JP, our men aren't cowards. Why would I risk my life for someone who won't watch my six? Watch my six. Maybe watch my sex. Okay, brother JP is saying, hey man, the brotherhood ain't cowards. I guess she ain't been to Philly.
She ain't been in the ATL. She ain't been in California. You standing around a bunch of damn cowards, a bunch of wussy ass niggas. Straight up. I don't want to put them down like that, but that's what they do.
You know what?
Back in the day.
Let me clarify what she's saying. What she's saying is they're not cowardly by nature. By nature, they're not cowardly, but by circumstances, they definitely have adopted some of these cowardly beliefs because they feel like it's a pushback on them because the woman's saying, well, I don't need no man. So they feel like, okay, you don't need no man, then okay, you don't need me. Let me get this, brother Spencer Naylor. What does the Bible say about our black women? I don't know, brother. You tell me. What does the Bible say about our black women? I don't know if you want to go there, but if you want to go there, go ahead. Tell me what the Bible says about our black women, and we could talk about it, brother. And if you want, you go through and you can see. I put the link in here. You want to come on up and let's talk about it? Come on up. But you dealing with two cats, man. I don't know if you want to go there, but you can come on up and try. Give it a good shot, brother Spencer. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back to what we were saying, man. You know, back to what you were saying, brother. I think that's what JP was trying to say is that by nature, we are not cowardly people. We are very loving and very family-oriented people. But because we have gotten into this backwards lifestyle of America thinking process, where the values are absolutely upside down, money is the top value and people are the bottom value, then now we're in a situation where now instead of thinking about family, we're thinking survival, because the overwhelming Caucasian society thinks self first. We are community first thinking, but they'll call you a communist if you think that way. So to be a patriot, you got to think self first, because you're not even a patriot if you don't think about yourself first. And that's just the reality of that situation. Anyway, back to F the communitah. Let's listen to a little bit more of the coach and his breakdown of how he's not, he shouldn't have to be held responsible for the things he said about F the communitah.
See, what people want to do, all people want to be victims. They all want to reach back into you owe me. And everybody wants to use the you owe me as a way of getting some sort of resources.
Wait a minute. So let's just define that. So are the Jews doing that? The Jewish people that's getting billions of dollars from the American government, are they victims? They're perpetual victims, right? They're getting billions of dollars every year from the U.S. government.
Right.
I guess that's according to Anton and according to this dude, that's the victim. They're running the victim Olympics, right? Same thing with the Japanese. The Japanese still get money. When did we drop the bomb on them in 45? They still get money. They still get money from America to this day.
Yeah.
To this day, they don't. As a matter of fact, they don't have to have a navy because of us. They don't have to have a navy in Japan because they'll use our navy. That's part of the deal. We give you this money, but we got to have a base there. We got to have bases there, and we'll let you use our navy. I guess all these other people are use the victim Olympics, but when we ask for something, now it's the victim Olympics. It's the victim Olympics when we ask for it. See, I don't. You know what? Okay, you gonna call us out and say, "Hey, y'all in the victim Olympics?" Okay. Where's the Jew on that list? Where's the Japanese on that list? Right? Where's these Afghans just got here, got $6 billion. They ain't even been here a month. They got billions of dollars and they ain't even been here a month. We've been here 400 years. 400 years, and they tell us, go get it out of the mud. Go get it out of the mud. Afghans just came across the border. They ain't even, I think it was you, Brother D, that was saying they ain't even checking them for COVID.
This is a plandemic, not a pandemic. They plan the shit. Dude, I worked in research labs.
Okay.
I worked at the University of Pennsylvania. I designed computer programs for scientists to find out shit to counteract diseases. It takes 10, 15 years for them to come up with a serum for whatever attitude that they have that say,
Right.
oh, we got this new virus.
Right.
They came up with this shit overnight. That's a plandemic. You know they came out with this shit. The spokesman Fauci 10 years ago, and a Microsoft dude, they were doing this shit a long time. I never heard anybody coming out with a vaccine before they had a disease. They were putting a vaccine out for.
Oh, we just got to have the vaccine.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh.
Yeah, we better stop saying that. Cut the live stream off. Brother, let me get to Spencer Naylor. The black woman will be humbled in this day and time. How do you mean, Brother Spencer? How do you mean? Please come up, man. I got put the link out there. Please come up and explain it, man. Let's talk about it. Because right now you're just talking in circles, brother. We can't really, we can't really have a definitive conversation if you keep talking like this, brother. You sound like Obama's campaign in 08, change, hope. It's like nothing definitive. Yeah, keep hope alive. You go to the white community, we're gonna do this for you exactly, this, and this. The black community, we're gonna make a change. we gonna keep your hope up. Anyway, JP, this was a herd thinning project. Yeah, Brother D. JP agree with you on this, man. It was a planned operation to cut down on the population that's not spending money, to cut down on that population. I agree that to some degree, maybe, but every couple of years they'll have something that they throw out there. They had HIV, they had bird flu.
I can tell you about that too.
You gonna tell us about that too? Okay, Brother D, hold on. Let me finish this one. Yeah, HIV, bird flu, and then Then now they got they had that other virus, that Ebola thing, and now they got this. Now I just threw them all out there, Brother D. Gave you a bunch of stuff to talk about. What do you think, man? What you got to say about it?
Okay, so I'm a computer programmer and a network engineer. I'm in the real estate and all that other stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
But what was my job at the University of Pennsylvania? My job was to create computer programs so that the scientists could find and counteract a lot of diseases that they thought were already, including cancer, already available, and they were using deep sea animals that you had to put some submersibles down that we couldn't dive deep enough, and we would drop those down, and they needed computer programmers to do that. I did it.
Okay.
I got a lot of people that work at the CDC, which is right down the street, right here in Georgia, from my police precinct.
Okay.
Ooh. And guess what they do?
What's
they
that?
Create diseases.
Holy smokes.
One of the guys on my team, his wife is a scientist there. They create diseases also. So this is not new. It's been going on for decades.
Right.
So like I said, it's a plandemic. It's not a pandemic. They put this stuff out here, and then they come out with all this stuff, and then I'm probably gonna have to shoot somebody when I leave out of here because
don't shoot nobody. D.
I'm cool.
Don't pull out on him, Brother D.
Cool. What's up? But
don't put out on them, Brother D, unless they deserve it, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying they keeping a lot of information away.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff, especially on this internet stuff, a lot of stuff is bull.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, you got to do a lot of study. You got to do a lot of research. And I do all of that. And I'm pretty much a quiet person. I don't say a whole lot.
Yeah.
But when we get on subjects and they're talking about us as black people, then I'm gonna say something. You know, I got my NFAC shirt on. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Not Fucking Around Coalition.
Yeah.
So I'm a member of that. So,
all right. I see.
But I'm also law enforcement, and I'm also a business owner.
Okay.
Of many businesses. So, but my main function is we need to stay on top of our black people and make sure they're aware, because I don't think a lot of them even care about a lot of stuff that you and I are talking about. I don't think they're really interested in hearing about it.
Yeah.
They need to be hearing about it because it's going to affect them.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Miss B Finesse did a live stream this morning on food shortages, man. She did a live stream on food shortages, and you know, and how that's going to affect. And she said it's just affecting. It's just gotten to Europe now. It's just like really hitting them hard now. But she was saying it's going to come over here. It's going to come over here, and we're going to have to deal with that. But like you said, man, a lot of our people, man, they just don't want to hear it. They just don't want to hear this stuff, man, because they're so tired of it. They just want to party. And, you know, if you ain't saying nothing, especially men, black men, man, oh, man, you run at them with responsibility, man, they are out of there, man. They do not want to hear it. I don't want to have to be responsible for nothing. That's why this dude could sell the free agent lifestyle, and it's just, yeah, it blows up, because any kind of way you can have black men not have a responsibility, man, a lot of times they're going to run to it, because why? Fathers ain't in the home to try to teach them what responsibility looks like. So they just run from it any kind of way they can run from it. They run from it. They run from it in sex. They run from it in children. They run from it in wives. They run from it in marriage. They run from it in relationships. They run from it in almost every aspect of their life. Even though they might be a millionaire, have money or this or that, they'll run from it. Brother, let me finish out the coach here real quick, man, because I wanna get him all the way done. So let me finish him up.
Until the women in certain economic lacking communities are taken off the government dole, or we recognize that the government itself is the one causing the biggest rift in the community, until people come to that realization, then there isn't going to be a way for that community to prosper. So I don't want to make it an issue more or less of the black man has to take over the community. I don't think it's possible. They have too much going against them. They have 70% single mother rate. You can blame black women or blame black men. Who cares? It is what it is. Why do we need to blame anyone? Can we correct it? If we can't correct it or are unwilling to correct it, then there's no possible way you can change it. You have a high abortion rate, which I would be willing to bet the primary victims of these early termination of pregnancies are young black boys.
Okay, brother. What do you think about what he's saying so far?
I don't know, man. I've had some attitude about the abortion rate, and a lot of women tend to use, unfortunately, our women, they use abortion as easy birth control, rather than taking birth control. They just go out here and hit the club and hit the abortion clinic, the family.
Well, you're right, brother D. Let me break it down in biblical terms. I did a video called talking about the 10 virgins that was waiting to see the bridegroom, right? And 5 of the virgins didn't have no oil. See, they're supposed to have oil so that when the bridegroom comes, they turn the light. They can light the oil, like the candle, and the candle will light up because it's got enough oil in it to maintain, right? But if you seeing men on the side, you lighting your candle already before the bridegroom comes, before the man that actually you're supposed to be looking to marry comes. You messing with these other dudes because you. So 5 of them, when by the time the bridegroom came, they didn't have no oil for their lamps. They didn't have no oil because they was out tricking with other dudes. So they went to the virgins that was still virgins and said, "Hey, give us some of your oil." Those virgins said, "Nah, man, we ain't giving you nothing. You think I'm gonna lose out and I run out of oil because you was out there tricking? No, go get your own oil." So they had to go buy oil, and the whole purpose was, they wanted to have oil in their lamps because if their lamps ain't lit, the bridegroom's gonna know, okay, you've been with other men. I know you're not a virgin no more because you've been with other men. Back then, if you just talking to another man, you ain't no virgin no more, right? So I know you've been with other men, you're not a virgin no more, so you got to have that lamp lit. So they ran down to the store to go get oil for the lamp. But while they're at the store, that's when the bridegroom came. Bridegroom came, and so by the time they got back, he already knew, they just went to go get some oil for their lamps. They tried to look like they were still virgins with their lamps. But he knew already, if you was really a virgin, you would have been here with the rest of them. You had to go run and go get this. You know what I'm saying? So he knew something was screwy already. So he told him, nah, you can't come in now. You done. But that's analogy of good men. Good men are looking at you. So when they go to get an abortion is to try to rectify the situation. Like, hey, I've been pregnant. I've been pregnant. So you want to try to look like you ain't never been pregnant. So you go get an abortion. You don't want to look like that, right? Because the man's going to say, because the men look at it like this: you got a baby by another man, that's betrayal. Even though you didn't know the man, you never met, you had this baby before you met this man. Most men look at previous children as betrayal. They say, man, that's why none of them want to be stepdads, because they feel like, man, I got evidence of your betrayal right here. And I know it's crazy to women. Women don't see it that way, but that's how men are so territorial. That's how they see it. That's how they see it. So my point is, and by the way, abortion was, I forgot the lady's name that thought it up, but she put it together to try to to try to control the black population, the black and Latino population, because she saw that we was having children and we were going to get ahead of the whites that were having babies. Their birth rate was slowing down. Ours was picking up. So she came up with that, and they called it Planned Parenthood. You come in, get an abortion for free.
Pandemic.
Right, right. You can get a baby murder for free, right? So you can come on in and get a baby murder. So that's why that. But what happened was they didn't expect this. What happened was white women. It was the white women's get out of jail free card. It was a white woman that's in college get out of jail free card.
Yep.
Now they was able to go and get an abortion, man, and get back in the game like nothing ever happened.
Yep.
Right? They didn't expect white women to jump on getting abortions. They thought it was just they had planned it just for the black and Latino community. But now they got this serious problem because white women getting abortions like candy cakes. Black women too, but black women still have a positive birth rate, whereas the white community does not have a positive birth rate; they have a negative birth rate. But that's a whole nother topic, brother. That's a whole nother topic.
It comes down to the same damn thing. We black folks are trying to do white folk shit. It's not designed for us. They can get away with that. We can't. We try to follow their pattern. Shit, they're angels.
Man,
We're God's angels, and we still running behind devil's angels. What?
Well, that's why you got to get this. You got to get that YouTube channel started, Brother D, so that you can get out here and help those of us that's trying to, get this information out, man. Because don't nobody want to hear this conversation. We talking about real stuff right here, right?
I don't talk to everybody.
Huh?
That's why I don't talk to everybody, because they're not trying to.
I know, but you need to have videos that they can watch at 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning when they're up because they ain't got no money in their pocket, they ain't got no food, and they can go and watch your videos and they can say, man, this dude's making some sense. Right. See, and I need help, man, because these people don't want to listen to me. Maybe they won't get it from me, but they get it from a military dude, got the experience with the weapons and all that. They maybe they'll listen to you with the experience with the business and all that. They listen to you, the ones that won't listen to me. I'm come more on the spiritual and the vibratory level, and maybe what I'm saying. So we need people coming from all different ways. Let me see what your wife threw out there, man. It's already here, bro. See, have you all seen the empty food shelves and storage lately? No, sister, I hadn't. Trucks are allowed to deliver goods. No farmers are allowed to grow. Holy smokes! Hear what your wife said, bro? Man, water shortage is here as well. Yeah, I see that. I was watching something, Sister Glenda. I was watching how out here, at least out here in the port of Long Beach, man, they got so many ships because they don't have enough workers for the docks and they don't have enough truckers to come pick up the loads. They got hundreds of ships out there off the coast, man. Hundreds, they said, because they don't have enough workers to unload the things, and then they don't have enough truckers to truck the stuff off. Holy smokes.
They full of shit. They full of shit. Let me tell you, man. They full of shit, man. This shit been going on for decades. This ain't just pop up just now. I can tell you about food shortages and water shortages and all that shit. All of this shit is planned. They gonna knock the fucking power grids out too and say, oh shit, we don't have power. Watch. Bang, bang, bang. Power's gonna go out. Then they gonna say it's the food shortage first. Then they gonna say we ain't got no water. Then they gonna say they already talking about the food ain't on the shelf. This is a pandemic.
Pandemic.
So if you don't know how to grow your own fruits and vegetables, if you don't know how to go out and kill your wild game so you can eat and survive, your ass is grass.
Yeah. Or
Get
cans.
Your knowledge up.
Yeah.
Get it
up.
Yeah, man. That's real talk.
And see,
I know all of that. So does my family. So
how do you know this, Brother D? You experienced this on your own? You experienced this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I've been left on islands for weeks.
Holy smokes, man.
and didn't get back unless I called the radio in right. And I had to eat bugs and every damn thing else. You know what I'm saying? And scavenge your water, whatever you had to do. That's survival.
Right,
I've been trained from the inside
right,
out, FBI and military. So
right.
I have that training, but shit, we need that because they leaving us behind.
Yeah, I remember that I was listening to a dude talking about the Navy SEALs, and he said sometimes all you need is the enemy. And the other guy was like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Sometimes all you need is the enemy." Meaning, implying that hey, you can wear his clothes, you can eat him, you can you can do whatever you need to do. You can use his bones to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And basically, seems like sometimes all you need is the enemy. I got you, brother D. I see where you coming from, man, and that's some good teaching, man. But we gotta impart this knowledge, man, because these nobody wants to hear it, and we gotta form a circle around each other, man, so that we can push this knowledge. Let me see what Sister Glenda say. Exactly, brother. See, they have fertility clinics and we have abortion clinics. True, it was meant for us, Sister G, but what happened was, like I said, abortion clinics became the white woman's get out of jail card. You know what I mean? Like when a black woman, like let's take World War I or like World War II, when a black woman man was off in war and she ended up getting pregnant, she had to have the baby and put the baby up for adoption, right? But because of the abortion clinics, when white women did the same thing, they was able to go to the abortion clinic, get rid of the baby, husband come back, no one's the wiser, right? Nobody's the wiser. So then they figured out, hey, look, we need to use these abortions to cut down on all these black births, because these black people are gonna overrun us, they're gonna overtake us one day, right? Like Pharaoh said, hey, we gotta cut. Yeah, we gotta cut down. We got to kill all the male children of Israel because they outbirthing us, and you know what I mean. So they came up with a plan to do that. So they come up with their plan was these abortion clinics, right? But that didn't work. That ain't gonna work. Now I see what you're saying, brother D. Now they coming up with these whole pandemics, and now that ain't gonna work. So now what? Now what do we do? Now how do we get? Oh, I know. We'll get them by remote control. We'll get them to sell drugs in their own community. We get them to devalue their woman. We get the women to devalue the men, and then they'll eat each other like rats in a cage. They'll eat each other, and so that's been the whole game plan since the early 1900s. That's been the game plan.
I was a part of that. Back in the 80s. When all the drugs, because I was a drug enforcement agent.
Okay.
And I was part of that dumb shit, Operation Just Cause, with Noriega and all this stuff, all this drug.
Yeah.
Drugs. And then all them drugs got dropped. But who brought the drugs in? The CIA brought the drugs in and dropped them in the black neighborhoods. Yeah. Who brought the firearms in the 1970s in L.A.?
Right.
You from California?
Yeah, they went down there and put them all in the pawn shops,
and it was nobody at the rail cars, but all these guns and ammo was there, right? So if you do some studying and you do some history, you'll find out where all this stuff is coming from, and it comes from the government. I ain't kissing their ass because I work for them. I'm just saying this is what it is, but we need to let it be known. This stuff didn't just pop up out of nowhere in our neighborhood. Ain't nobody been to Pakistan. Ain't nobody been to Uzbekistan, Iraq, unless your ass was over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know where this stuff comes from. You know where they told us we're going to fly this stuff over and destroy it. We're going to burn it up. They did? They flew that shit over here on C-131 planes. I said, I thought we were supposed to destroy it. This is in the 80s now. Where did it get?
I was wondering how they actually logistically did that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, brother. That makes a lot of sense.
Ain't no protocol. Military can bring it right over. Nobody checking for it. It's on military planes, and they drop it and they distribute it. So
Let
all
me
that
see.
1980s bullshit, that's where that shit came from.
Let me see what your wife said, brother. My grandmother's dad and uncles taught me cultivating, surviving the woods. My husband trains me in tactical training. Yeah, you got a real one right there. My family knows what I do, and my king elevates my knowledge even further. That's beautiful. Beautiful sentiment, Sister G. Yes, it's beautiful. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Brother D, but you know, your wife has some good comments there. Go ahead, man. Finish what you
Trying
were
to
saying.
keep her from comment.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that.
That's null and void. That ain't gonna happen. She gonna do what she That's my baby.
Yeah, right on, right on.
But no, man. I think my main function is to educate folks. I want to tell people about what's going on in the streets as far as police, because I want them to know that there's a difference if you're black and you're dealing with police, and if you're a police officer, it's different than a white officer, whether you're federal or what have you. And I want to put information out there that people that ain't gonna put out there because they're scared. I ain't scared. I put it out there. And most officers, my brother's a police officer also.
Okay,
He ain't
right
gonna
on.
say shit.
Right on.
He ain't gonna say shit. But I'll say it. I'm like, no, man.
well. Okay, well, Brother D. Okay, he not gonna say nothing. Okay,
I will.
okay. I can excuse not saying nothing. See, the problem I have with these dudes like this here, like Coach Greg Adams, is they do say something. They don't do nothing, and then they step on us for saying something. You know what I mean? Like they not willing to do any step in the gap nowhere, but then they talk about us for stepping in the gap. Then they back up, they backtrack and say, I ain't saying nothing about I ain't got nothing to do with that. So they backtrack off. And I'm not saying it's right to call them, you know, a coon and all of that. That's not, I ain't with all that. Say I never did that to Tommy and nothing. I never said nothing like that. I mean, people are entitled to their opinion, but don't step on us, brother. You and me right now, we trying to figure out a way, how can we get together and we can try to put a dent in this situation? That's all we want to do is put a dent in it. It's too big for two cats to just come up here and just try to knock it all out, but at least put a dent in it, right? Okay. Don't come over here and say they crazy. F them. That's stupid. Just go on and save yourself. Now, let me ask you what this means. Did you heard him say, save yourself? What, in your opinion, does save yourself, black man, mean?
Well, in my interpretation, I know what I'm going to say is not going to match what the hell he meant. But save yourself is you can't help nobody. That's why they tell you when you're on an airplane to put the shit over your child's face so they can breathe, and then you help yourself. Because you can best assist your child when you can help yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why that is. And if you can't help yourself, you ain't helping nobody else.
Right.
So save yourself in that aspect. I understand. But I don't think that was the context that he put it in.
No.
He was like, all for one and one for all. Do your shit and that's it. Fuck everybody else. No, you can't be running down the street thinking you're going to survive out here when the shit hits the fan, because the shit is going to hit the fan.
At some point.
And you need to be in a coalition, and you need to be in a group, and you need to be organized.
Right.
And we're organized. My family is, you know, but I'm not singly organized. I got my shit on my hip right now. Think not. Think my wife ain't got her hammer. Everybody in my family. Because we don't know when the shit's going to kick off.
Right.
We know it's going to happen, though. And we're trained tactically to do, I train my family.
Right.
So in that aspect, all this talking shit is bullshit. Sometimes you got to be quiet, though.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk. Do what you got to do. Train. Go to the range. Get your hammers up. I make
Yeah,
my own ammunition. I make my own bullets.
yeah,
I make my firearms. So does everybody else. And then we
yeah,
go to the range and we do tractor maneuver, just like the white dudes are doing.
yeah,
Because when the shit hits the fan, guess what? We're 13% of the economy.
yeah.
We ain't outnumbering nobody.
Right.
We don't have no cohesiveness in terms of being black as a family. We don't have that. And we ain't dealing with everybody that does it.
Right.
So it's a certain group of us that are cohesive. And that's who we're going to deal with. Everybody else, you gonna be catching it.
We got to just keep, we got to just keep working together, man. You know what I mean? And we got to start, we got to start identifying cats like this
They stand
who,
out like a sore thumb.
I mean, but they get because we give them we giving them slack and we not bringing the other side of the argument to the table. They're getting away with saying stuff like this after communitah. They're getting away with saying that. So we need to be bringing the other side of the table, saying, "Nah, bruh, nah. You know what? You fine. You don't want to mess with us, cool. But F us, nah, man. That's you
You know
stepped over
what
the
the
line on that one,
I
huh?
don't want to interrupt you,
Nah, go ahead, brother.
but you know what the other side is? The other side is always the opposition.
Yeah,
If that's what they want to do, then that means they not down with us.
right.
So we gotta be collective and we have to go fight a war or do whatever we gotta do. A civil war, whatever we have to do. They're not gonna be on our side. I don't care what they do. We know
Well,
they've already identified themselves. Let them stay over there. I have no intentions on communicating with them because they're not coming here. They think they got some alliance with white supremacy.
that's my point, brother. So what they do is they leaving breadcrumbs for other people that don't understand what's actually going on. They leading them to, like I was telling you about that movie Pinocchio, where the guy was, hey, yeah, we go to this island and you gonna be here play with toys
Everybody
all day.
knows out there.
Yeah, man. And when they actually got to the island, they shanghaied them. They made them work. They was working all the time. They didn't find out till they actually got over there. The same thing happened here. They ain't gonna find out till they actually get over there and they find out, oh, this ain't what we thought it was. But we already here now. We might as well make camp. No, 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 no. You should know the real. You should know the real. If you're gonna go over there, then you should know what you're getting yourself into going over there. That's my point. Okay, you want to go over there, you want to be the free agent lifestyle, which basically means responsibility less person. Okay, you want to be responsibility less person? Cool. But you should know what you're getting into over there. You should know what you're feeding into. You feeding into this guy is right here, and God bless him. He's making a ton of money off these dudes, but he's basically teaching these guys how to not have responsibility. Now, do we need men in our community to not have responsibility? No. I'm cool with you taking them over there. Okay. The ones that don't want to be responsible and don't want to help us, cool. Take them. But my problem is you selling this thing. These people ain't looking at both sides. It's like you look at a clean glass and a dirty glass. You can decide the average person all day is going to take the clean glass, right? But see, you hiding the dirty glass. You hiding it. You saying they got a clean glass up there, but I got a clean glass for you too. Come back in the back room. But see, you ain't showing them the clean glass up front. You ain't showing them the dirty glass up front. You wait until they get all the way down the street where their legs are too tired to walk back, and then you say, "Oh, I'm sorry. All we got is dirty glass." See,
Well,
that's wrong. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
it's like what Farrakhan said many years ago. He said, if I hand you a glass of water or I hand you a glass of oil, which one are you going to choose?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Right.
If you choose to drink motor oil, then that's your choice.
Right.
If you choose to drink the water, that's your choice.
Right.
Which one was a bad choice? Well, it depended on you and what your thought pattern was. This is what we have out here right now.
Right.
People don't know the difference between getting a glass of fucking water or a glass of motor oil. They don't know the difference. and they'll grab the first thing that they can reach for. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And some of them know they're grabbing motor oil and don't give a shit, and they'll drink that shit because that's what everybody else drunk before them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we don't have time to be sifting through people don't know the difference between right and wrong. We're
Right.
past that stage. All the youngins, we need to keep teaching them. You know, the ones that are cognizant. Let's keep teaching them.
But that's what I'm saying, brother D. Brother D. That's what I'm saying. But them youngins, some of them youngins are gonna see a cat like this here and say, "Man, that's for me." You trying to tell me I can have sex with no responsibility? I can have relationships with no responsibility. I can not connect to nobody and just go around the world enjoying my life. Why should I connect to anyone?
So then you need to be, if you're an elder, you need to be able to show him the other side of that.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
Other side looks like if you don't. I'm gonna show you what you do when you do that you're attracted to. But I'm also gonna show you what it's like when you don't do that.
Yeah, right. The consequences, right?
That's the problem. We're not showing them both sides. They're just seeing what they see that's attractive.
Right.
And that's what they're going for.
Right.
They say police resistance. That's what they're going after.
They saying, man, the Caucasian is the greatest human being alive. Look at what he can do, whatever he wants to do. He can fly, he can dig under the ground, he can go under the water, he can go into space. The Caucasian is the greatest man alive. I want to be like him. I want to be like him. So guys like this will say, hey, you know what? This is how you can be like him. Do this. Go after his woman. Go after his knowledge. Go after his way of life. And that's what I'm saying. We got to be like cats like you and me. We got to be the kind of guys that's saying, wait, hold on, brother. I know that looks good, but here's the other side of that. Here's the other side of that. And this is the cost that you're going to have to pay to do that. Yeah, it's exciting to you right now because you ain't got no wife and children right now. But when you get wife and children, and like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, how can you call yourself a man? You ain't never had no wife. You ain't never had no children. How you call yourself a man? You don't know what it's like to sacrifice. You don't know what it's like to compromise. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to struggle. I got my last $100. Do I spend it on some shoes for myself or do I buy groceries? Mm-hmm. It's a no-brainer, right? You know what I mean? You ain't never had to make those kind of decisions.
It goes beyond that because and I talk to my wife about this kind of stuff all the time. I'm like, we done lost like 4 or 5 damn groups of people. We lost them. We let them go. And then we see them, we looking at crack babies now, all grown up right now.
Yeah, you talking about generations.
Right.
Yeah.
We done lost them. And then we gonna try to talk to them and they don't want to talk to us. Oh man, get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to you right now. So unfortunately, we have to take the ones that we could convert or the ones that we can travel with because we're traveling and we're getting the hell up out of here.
Yeah.
And they either gonna go or they're not. And we can't save everybody, unfortunately. But it's our fault. We left a lot of them behind. And I'm counting 5 or 6 generations.
Yeah.
I might be older than you. I don't know. You think I'm younger than
you look like you're younger than me for sure.
I look that way. Nigga, I'm almost 60.
Well, keep doing whatever you're doing, brother D. Keep doing whatever you're doing.
If I'm looking all right, I think I look fucked up.
Nah, bro. Not at all. Not at all, man.
But, I'm just, on real talk, I'm only trying to help the brothers that can be helped and the sisters that can be helped. Some of them are beyond. You can't retrieve them.
Yeah. This guy's gone, man. I mean, he's done. I mean, there's no way to, You're not going to convince him or Tommy or the guys like that. They're not gonna turn around. But I'm saying, but I mean, their effect that they have, there should be another side to their effect, so that we can say, hey, young blood, I know you want to do this, but this is the alternative to what you try. This is the alternative, and this is what's going to cost you to do that, and this is what's going to cost you to do this. Now you make your decision. You know what I mean? As opposed to what these guys are doing here is they tantalizing them. They're tantalizing them with the bait of sex without responsibility. So that's how they get them. Right? Like we talked about earlier, where the Caucasian societies for thousands of years have tried to figure out how to separate sex and responsibility, right? They tried homosexuality, they tried pedophilia, they tried bestiality, they came up with all kinds of different ways to try to separate the responsibility of bearing a child through sex. So they came up with all these other different ways. Okay, so now the most effective way for them to still be with women is to just take the responsibility away. Just, hey, I don't want to have sex. I don't want to have no child be able to come into this situation. So let's just either wear a condom, or let's just get you an abortion, or let's just get you the day after pill, or get you on the pregnancy pill or whatever, right? But let's some kind of way take the responsibility of a new life coming in to the picture away.
I'm not gonna exclude or take the responsibility away from the kings, the true kings and queens that are supposed to be the kings and queens. We're the ones and the first teachers of the children. The woman is the first teacher of the child when the child is born.
Correct.
Then the father shows the child what a man looks like, whether he's a male or female.
Correct.
They need to see what a household looks like. We lost them. Either you're going to teach them that in your home, or they're going to get lost to the streets. Right now, what we seen today got lost to the streets. We can't blame it on nobody but us.
Yeah.
I don't blame it on the white man.
Yeah.
Let's cut that bullshit out.
Yeah.
White man ain't got nothing to do with it. We laid in bed, had them damn babies, and kept having them. And we didn't teach them the way they were supposed to be taught. Because maybe we weren't brought that way. Because you got babies having babies, having babies, having babies. And that's why we lost 5 generations, 6 generations.
Well,
can't teach what you don't know. Can't teach what you don't know.
Yeah, and my point was not that so much that we blaming it on white people, but we made it fair seeming. They made it look so good to us, like it's a position of power to be able to do that, to control life like that. Till we want to be involved with that. We want to, because we are God's people, so we want to be God. But we following his example of godliness, right? And that is not that's not where we're supposed to be, right? It's like you on the wrong bus. You're supposed to be on the wrong. One time, man, my car had broke down, man. I took my car to the shop, but I had to work when I used to work for the LA County. So I had to catch the bus from my house, man. I had to walk, man, like 5 or 6 blocks to the bus stop to catch the bus, right? So it was and normally on the weekday, this bus would be there at like 4 or 5 a.m. or whatever, right? So I had to catch this bus from LA to Gardena. So anyway, I was standing on this bus stop, and I'm like, I've been there for about 45 minutes, right? And this crackhead across the street said, "Hey, you waiting on the bus?" I said, "Yeah, man." He said, "You got a long wait, G, a long wait." I said, "I do?" He said, "Yeah, man, it's Saturday. That bus don't run on Saturday." I said, "Oh, man." Thanks for telling me. Hey, bro. And see, you You a youngster, brother D. You don't remember. This is before Uber and all of that. I had to call a cab, but I mean, this is before Uber and Lyft and all of that, man. You talk about the '90s, man. I was like, oh man.
Dude, I was in California and I was in the military. We went to the movies and we caught a bus. I had a car, but it was in Philly because that's where I'm from.
Okay.
I'm not driving that car, right? We caught the bus. What I didn't know was the bus only ran every 2 hours and stopped 2 a.m. or whatever, and we out
right.
there getting it in.
Right.
We standing out there for hours. I'm like, where the fuck is that? So I had to call another officer to come out there and pick our ass up. He just got off. He was mad as hell. He came out there and got us. And I went and bought a car the next day. I was like, shit. I ain't driving my shit out here, but
man.
Doing this.
Yeah, man, Cali, man, you ain't got a car, man. Well, it's getting better now with this Uber and Lyft, man. If you got bread on you, it's cool. But I mean, in Cali, man, if you ain't got no car, man, it's rough on you, man. It's rough on you, man. You don't find out until it's too late. Yeah. But yeah, man. I think that we gotta, like you said, brother, we gotta teach who can be teach. Whosoever will come, let him come, and let's teach those people. But guys like this, man, we gotta be vigilant, man. We gotta stick together. And like JP was talking about, Anton, guys like Anton, like I have personally not heard Anton say something like "F the communitah" and the black community is trash. I have personally not heard him say that. That will probably twist me the wrong way too, but I never personally heard him say it. But if I do come across it, I definitely will address it. I probably won't be like Brother Darrell Long. Shout out to everybody every day. But I definitely will address it. I tried to address it when he came on my live stream, but like I said, man, I don't chase nobody down because I'm not. I ain't Geraldo Rivera. I ain't gonna be going in. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
smacked in your face and nose broken, and be like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah, right. It's good enough. Just the fact that I'm asking a question, you won't answer it directly. That lets me know everything I need to know about that situation. So I'm good on that. But definitely we need to present the other side to the story, brother, because these cats, man, they're getting big groups of followers. And it's not enough of us out there to try to present, hey, wait a minute, hold on, bro. There's levels to this situation. It ain't enough of us out there to combat this energy that this guy's putting out there. So that's why we got to be out here, man. We got to be vigilant. Not so that we got to attack him, because I ain't attacking Greg Adams. I used to really like his content, and I think that he makes a lot of sense on a lot of different a lot of other stuff. It's just when he starts talking about the black community, and even he says, that's not my lane. Okay, so then leave it alone. There's no reason for you to even talk about it if you ain't gonna say nothing to help us. Then we know what the problems are, and don't kick us for trying to solve it. Like, you guys are dumb for even trying to trying to get that situation cleared up. No, brother.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people that I used to follow, and I got a lot of business people I deal with, and I have them following them too. But then when they start doing some left field stuff, then I'm not following you no more.
No, man.
Because I'm a real dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real dude. I'm a businessman, but I'm I'm from the hood. I came up from the hood, became business, and did that and the third. But I think what we need to do, like we were talking about before, maybe I need to put some content together. I have the content, so whenever you want to do that, we can do it.
Yeah.
And,
we need to do that. I was just on the phone today talking to one of my union people, man, and trying to get them to see if we can get get some financial aid or help or something. So they're gonna get back to me on that. So I'm chasing it down, brother. You know what I mean?
I'm in the finance business, so.
Huh?
I'm in the finance business, so.
Oh well, if you're in the finance business, If you're in the finance business, man, put the word out, man. We trying to put a class together. It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. 19 points. I got 19 points. And I'm sure you got points on business. You got, I just got 19 points on just being a man. Just being a man. Just the things you need to just be a man and be successful in today's in the modern world. But we specifically talking about our young black men because they don't have the models there. White men, hey, good for them, and they have a lot. They understand what community is, and they reach back and get there. But we are losing that. It's so far few of us in between.
Right.
But yeah, man, I was doing that today, man. I was trying to, and she said, okay, send me something. So I got to put something together to kind of send her something. And I'll try to send you something too, Brother D, just to tell you, take a look at it and see what you think about it. You can give me your feedback on it and see. But yeah, man, that's why I want to do, like I was telling you the other day, I want to do that class, man, so we can start fighting this, combating this stuff.
I want to do one show, and the reason why I want to do the first one from my end,
yeah,
is people that are trying to start there, because I know I talked to you about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to teach.
Yeah. And our people need
Not
that.
go get a job. No, run your school loans up. No, get some education.
Yeah.
To get it so that you can open up your own business.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to them
That's
about
the ultimate goal.
Right. And I want to talk to them about credit and getting business loans and business lines of credit and all this kind of stuff.
So I want to start
there. I want to start there, and then I can go on this multi-million-dollar stuff that I do all the time.
When we gonna do it? When we gonna do it?
When's your next day?
What,
Sunday. I got my material in my head. I don't have to dig out my books.
Let's do it. Let's do it next Thursday, brother. Let's do it next Thursday.
Okay.
Let's do it next Thursday. I'll start at 3. I'll give you probably 4 hours. We start at 3 my time, and we'll end at 7 my time. So that's 4 hours, bro.
I'm gonna give you a breakdown of everything. Oh, I'm gonna send you a text.
Okay.
You sent me your number, right? Is that a
cell man? Yeah. Brother, we was on the phone for a while.
I know.
Yesterday.
A cell phone, right?
Remember me, Brother Clarence? Remember me?
Yeah. I'm gonna send you because I got a lot of business email addresses. So
okay,
what I'm gonna do
is my email address. It's on the page, but I can give it to you, brother. I'll put it in the private chat right now.
Yeah, because I'm gonna send you some stuff and let you know what the topic's gonna be about, and so you're not thrown off for left field and be like, "What the hell is this nigga talking about?" Like, yeah. Knowledge of that.
No, it all sounds good.
I think my wife is still on here. I don't know if she is or not. But
yeah, well, I'm sure she'll straighten out whatever.
It is what it is.
Whatever's not kosher, man, she'll straighten it out, bro. Yeah, there it is, man. So yeah, man. All right, bro. So man. Let's do it. You got any final words, man? You ready to go? Go ahead and get you some sleep, man.
I just want to say one thing, man. Let's I wanted to talk about something that happened in Texas where war did something in Dallas, Fort Worth. It was a active shooter situation. Right. And I've had to deal with that 1,000 times. And they said he turned himself in. They plastered him all over the TV. He was a black dude, which we don't do that. And I just want to say, whatever's going on, we got other stuff to do. We ain't got to be out here tussling with each other and this and that. We don't know the scenario, what was going on. But my wife was concerned because she felt like he probably got killed, because that's normally what we do when we come in. You ain't surviving. So
right. Yeah.
he turned himself in with his attorney. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But we need to keep ourselves positive, and we need to teach our young ones, man. We need to grab the ones we can grab and get some of these old heads and grab some of them too. Because some
I
of them
wish we
not
could,
lost.
brother.
It's
I wish we could, man. And
the ones we can grab. That's all we need.
maybe, man, maybe. Cause see, this Sunday I'm gonna do a live stream with brother this Sunday, and obviously welcome to come on that one. But I mean, you talking about you gonna have a special program. I want to save you some time for that just for yourself. So that's why we're gonna move that to Thursday. Now, um, yeah, man, you right. Some of these old heads, I wish we could get them, man. But maybe if they see the progress that we having, they'll do like they did. Remember, all these dudes, even Coach Greg Adams, they was talking shit about the lead attorney, right? Now who programmed? They coming on his program, right? They
Right?
come on his program to touch down, to touch bases.
Mhm.
So you know what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
it maybe if they see us and the progress we trying to have with these youngsters, man, because like you said, man, young black men, man, they don't really have anybody. I mean, they do, but it's so far and few in between the advocates they have. It's just like, and you got to get them started young, man. And if we don't get them, the streets get them,
That's what
and
I'm
that's
saying.
it.
That's what I'm
That's it.
saying. If you can't hold on to them, the streets got them.
Yeah, and the streets
You
get them,
can't
and
get
that's
them back.
it.
You
That's
can't get
it.
them back.
Yeah, because once they start following the street code,
That's
that's it,
correct.
man. That's it.
Yep.
All right, brother D, man. I know you got to go, man. You got things to do, man. And I'm about to probably do another 10 minutes, and then I'm out of here too. So go ahead, man. Enjoy your dinner, man. Enjoy everything, man. Take care of your family, man. Tell your wife said what's up, and see you later, Sister Glenda. And
Most
man, y'all,
definitely, brother.
yeah, man, yeah, and definitely get that stuff to me, man. Did you get my
Oh,
email?
let me write that down.
Yeah, man. Write that down, brother.
'Cause I know I got your number right here. Let's see. Okay.
Here, your wife said, I'm still here, but zip my lip as you requested. Another fire live stream, brother. See you. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you, Sister G. Appreciate you. Appreciate you and your husband as always, man. You guys are real ones, man. You guys, and you talking to a real one. And I could gang recognize gang for sure. Y'all are some real ones, man. And I always appreciate y'all. Just like JP, Snuggles, all my OGs, all my hard driving soldiers. Man, I appreciate all of y'all and everybody else that's in here. Everybody else that Brother Spencer, I wish you would have came up, brother. But I know you probably maybe went back and checked some of my videos, and you don't want no Bible talk with me. You definitely don't want that.
What's gonna happen, man? This is gonna explode, man? Because I'm trying to get with all the black brothers and sisters, and I'm trying to support them to get on that channel. And let's support each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah,
it's all
bro.
about. And I seen stuff like this go from here all the way up to here.
Well, let's do it. Let's
So
do it.
I got, connections like crazy. So I ain't got no problem with spreading my knowledge around, spreading my influence around, and I want to connect with other black people that got the same frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? Same thought pattern.
Man, brother D, I be knowing what you gonna say before you say it, man. That's all on the same vibe we on, man. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. And it's only God that made us connect this way, brother. So I appreciate you, and let's talk before Thursday, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk, and then we kind of see how we're gonna set it up to where, you just buy it out, just hit them with all of it. You know what I mean? And then we could advertise it. I'm good with the promos, baby. I'm good with those promos. I put that promo out there on you, man. And so, we have people interested in it by then, man. So yeah, let's talk, brother D. But man, go ahead, go home, be with your family, man.
Have a great one, man. Appreciate your time.
Yes, you too. Same here, brother. Same here. All love. All right, y'all. That was Brother Daniel, man. You know how he do it, man. He don't play no games, man. He don't hold his tongue at all. You know that. So, when you see Brother D come up here, man, those of y'all with weak stomachs, man, you got to go listen to Anton or go listen Go listen to something else, man. Go listen to Lapeef or something, man, because Brother D ain't gonna hold his tongue, man. So I'm here, bro. I'm here, brothers and sisters, for a few more minutes, man. I'm gonna go through and listen to a little bit more of Greg Adams and that situation that was absolutely make no sense to me. But I'm gonna listen to it anyway, and let's finish it up.
You have the black community that has been sitting at 13% population of the United States for over 40 years. Okay? Over 40 years. You would think with the amount of babies that are born now, that we would get that up 16, 15, maybe to 20%. You think that would have been possible? Well, no, not with the issues that are going on in there. So you have the most unprotected thing going on. You have a high level of over-sexualization. You have a high level of early termination of pregnancies. You have a high level of women focusing on their career.
Agree.
And now you have the backbone of the community. Hey, I can't take it. I can't take it. I can only call it how I see it. And I can only tell you that community is on offset. And listen, a lot of you guys are new and you haven't read my books. You haven't invested. And that is the thing that cripples men and / black men the most. You don't invest, but we want to criticize Kevin Samuels. We want to criticize Derek Jackson for making their content related to women. And so that women can invest and women can seek out solutions. We want to criticize them, but the women are paying the dollars and the men don't. And you've been here and you're new, maybe 4 months, 6 months, and you think this is a new perspective. One of my first videos was the black community is a cesspool. And I said in my book,
that's what I'm saying, man. You need to just leave it alone. Coach, leave it alone, man. Go live the free agent lifestyle. And if you're not going to help us, if you're not going to pick up a shovel, keep moving, man. Kick rocks. Don't even mention us. As far as how the community is going, and you ain't gonna do nothing to help us. You just, man, kick rocks. That's all. You ain't gotta love us. Just keep us out of your mouth. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. When you come out and start saying F the black community, that's when I have to just say, hey, man, come on. And I heard it from your mouth. I heard it from your mouth. Come on. Let's finish up with Coach Greg.
Don't box yourself in. You guys need to get your strength back and eliminate these racial issues from your life. Okay? And focus on yourself. See, you're so new and you haven't invested. You believe that this is new information. When I came out with this, and that was my speaking point from the beginning. I'm not a Black Issues channel. I'm an issues channel related to.
Okay, if you ain't a Black Issues channel, stop talking about Black issues. Which one is it, man? You're gonna keep saying that, and then you're not. I mean, come on. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Stick to one side of the street. It's not a Black channel. Okay, if it's not a Black channel, stop kicking us that's out here. I'm not saying you got to be down with everything we saying, but stop kicking us. You ain't got nothing to, man. Anyway, this is my feeling on Greg Adams and guys like him. I don't want to hold him as the only person that's out here doing this. It's a lot of cats out here saying the same thing that I haven't personally heard them, but I've seen them. They've said exactly the same thing, or I know of them saying the same thing, basically. And it's up to us, man. We got to police this situation. We got to be the ones to say, okay, let's give the other option, the other side of the situation. Let's don't just let them say this stuff and then go. So what am I saying? What you saying, Brother Clarence? Should we go out? Let's go and get a campaign to get people to stop going to Greg Adams' channel. No, I ain't saying nothing stupid like that. What I'm saying is, for every time they put out something that kicks us, we got to put out something that not kicks them, but lifts us up. Because like Minister Farquhar said, every knock is going to be a boost. We got to make it so that every knock is a boost. You think just like when people were trying to shut down Kevin Samuels, every time they try to shut him down, they just added more follow, they just gave him more subscribers. So that's what we want to do. We want to fight them on the digital plane. It's not about no physical altercations or nothing like that. I ain't got nothing against Greg Adams. If I saw him in a room, I'd probably shake his hand, give him a dab, and say, yo, brother, I agree with you on this, but I don't agree with you on that. So it ain't about no beefing or nothing like that. It's just his stance on black people in the black community, his stance on his responsibility as a black man, he doesn't see it that way. So he don't see it that way. That's cool. He's caught up in the Caucasian version. Do you think all Caucasians feel that way? No, all Caucasians don't feel this way, but it is their origin. They originated this thinking process of no responsibility. They originated this thinking process. So now, because black men like Coach Adams here, they see it and they say, man, the white man, the Caucasian, he is the most powerful human being ever. He can fly, he can go underwater, he can go under the ground, he can go into space, he can do whatever he want to do. He has no limits to his power. I want to be like that. And to be like that, I need to be able to have no responsibility when I come to into personal relationships. So that's what he want to do. I don't think you should subscribe to that because that's not our nature as black people. Our nature is connecting with our community. That's our nature. We're naturally like that. And that's what's going to save us from the situation we're faced with. You know, they say if America gets a cold, black people get pneumonia, right? So you see these food shortages and these water shortages and all this stuff coming. Guess who's going to hit the hardest? If we don't prepare for it, we got to mentally prepare for it. We got to mentally prepare for it. We got to get off all this fast food. We got to get off of it because that stuff is going to be, that's the only stuff that's going to be available if you don't have your house set up right. You got to get your freezer right. Whether you eat meat or not eat meat, whatever, but you get your freezer right. Get your freezer right. Get your refrigerator right. Stock your shelves. Learn how to canning foods. I mean, there's so many different ways we can get around this thing, but we just got to be willing to put in the effort. Don't listen to guys like this. Not unless you're 50 years old. If you're 50 years old or older, I'm 53, so I can say whatever I want to say. You 50 years old or older, yeah, you can listen to Coach Greg. Live the free agent lifestyle. Yeah, you should do that. But if you under 50 years old, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you? You're not ready to live that kind of lifestyle yet. You're just not ready for that kind of thing yet. Anyway, that's all I got to say, y'all. I just want y'all to understand that, you know, people that say F the communitah, I ain't with that. I ain't with it. I'm not going to sit back and let somebody say, oh, F the communitah, and we just going to accept it. We're not going to run at them. We don't have to do nothing violent or physical or nothing. I mean, you know, unless they're coming at us. And you come at us, brother, you know, then it's going to be a whole nother situation. But we're not trying to brigade. If y'all don't know what the word brigading is, go look in your Facebook terms of service. Look at your YouTube terms of service. There's a word called brigading where I send my people, my fans, over to another person's channel to harass or you know, pick on them or whatever, right? You know, bully them or whatever, right? That's called brigading. It's in your terms of service. You're not supposed to do that. So I'm not encouraging brigading. I'm not encouraging anything. I'm encouraging us to look for people like this that say, when they say F the communitah, let's get together, let's talk about it, and let's put them on the no-fly zone list. Okay, hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm telling you, know, you make some good points, but once you said this, now we got to disqualify you from even being in our circle. We gotta put you out. You want to be out there by yourself? You out there by yourself. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to go into that tonight, y'all. Hope y'all have a beautiful rest of the evening, and check back in with me. I might do another. Well, I'm definitely gonna do another live stream on Sunday morning for sure. Might hit some other videos up on Saturday, tomorrow and Saturday. We'll see I'll see how I feel, but definitely on Sunday morning. And then don't y'all forget, Brother Daniel's gonna do his presentation to y'all on Thursday. No pressure, brother D. Yeah, I gotta have it ready by Thursday, brother. No pressure. But anyway, he's gonna put it. We're gonna give him 4 hours to do his thing, man, and hopefully we get a bunch of people in here that want to hear what he got to say, man. Tell your friends, tell anybody that you know who has a young male in their life. They need to be at that live stream on next Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. They need to be here because he's going to talk about business. He's going to talk about finance. He's going to talk about credit. He's going to talk about a lot of different stuff. The man's been in the mortgage game all these years. He's been doing all kind of different things. He can talk about weapons. He can talk about, you can see, he can talk about whatever he wants to talk about. He's well versed in so many different things, but he's going to try to keep it down to just the financing and business and entrepreneurship and credit and income and stuff like that. So that's what most of these young guys need, is to figure out how to get that stuff going in their lives, right? So make sure you tell you got a young man in your life, or you know somebody with a young man in their life, make sure they be here next Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. All right? All right, until then, I want to say shout out to all my hard driving soldiers. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Please try to share this if you can on your Facebook. Share this on your Instagram. I don't have Instagram, but if you can, share it on your Instagram. Share it on on YouTube if you can, man. You know what I mean? Just share it wherever you can. All we try to do is try to get people to hear the truth. That's all, man. We ain't trying to sway them one way or the other. Well, I am trying to sway them as far as trying to help the black community. But as far as anything else, we ain't trying to push no religion. We ain't trying to push no, one race better than the other race. We just different. We just different. We have different value systems. And so we need to connect with your original value system so that you can be the best person you can be. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. But anyway, yeah, we ain't pushing nothing except for truth. We just bringing out the truth. Anyway, let me shout out the lead attorney because he had a good show on today. And, but man, lead attorney, man, you got to stop having people sing. That rapper you had come up there, ay, 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 that was horrible. That was horrible, man. That was bad. That was bad. And no offense to the sister, man. That was where she's at mentally. She's where she's at mentally. But we need to give her a nice pat on the back and tell her, hey, you can rap you don't have to do all that cussing to rap. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all leave a comment. Y'all let me know what I can do to improve, because maybe I'm talking too long, maybe something, because I know I'm saying the right thing because ain't nobody listening. I get it. People don't want it, especially black men. They do not want to hear nothing that puts them on the hook. Anyway, until then, I'm going to do another one after communitah. I'm going to get somebody else to talk about, because there's a lot of guys doing this. So if I hear them, I'm going to bring them up. All right, until next time, until Sunday, y'all. That's the next live I probably will have. Until then, y'all make sure y'all be here. I'm gonna figure out the topic and then we'll talk about it. Anyway, peace to y'all and have a good evening.